Hey guys, welcome to another vlog. If you're new here, my name is Temi and this is the space where I get to share glimpses about my life. Today we have a sit-down vlog. So recently, Yechi posted a YouTube vlog where she talked about going on a challenge, and I could just resonate with that vlog, yeah, because low-key or not low-key, when the year started, I did put out a list of things that I wanted to achieve this year, but it's been so busy. Like, I've been so busy, so preoccupied that I've not even had time to put in effort into things that I actually wanted to do. Some of the things I had on my list they don't actually require extra effort. For example, consistency at the gym, it's already a part of my routine, it's built into my routine, so that did not require extra effort. But there are some other things that I really wanted to do that, if I'm being honest, I've not really had the time to. Some of them I actually started, like I updated my schedule just to see how to fit those things in, but it really just wasn't sustainable. So when Yechi posted that vlog, I'm like, yeah, I think I should also try this, although like what I have planned isn't what she has on her list. I mean, everybody has different goals. So yeah, I decided that I would actually go on this challenge as well. What exactly am I planning to do? For 75 days, there's a list of things I want to do and some things I do not want to do, because there's this saying that you build a habit by repeatedly doing some things over a span of 21 days. I don't know if everybody agrees with that statement, but I agree with it because I have done it in the past. Like, to make something a habit, after like the 21st day, it just hits, like it just becomes a part of you. So I want to do this for 75 days. So the first thing I want to do is to intentionally, plan what I eat. So when I prepared my vision board for 2026, on it I had to eat healthy. But if I'm being honest, because of how busy work can be, sometimes I forget to eat, or I actually just forget to eat till like 3 p.m. and then by 3 p.m. I'm just like, I really want to just rush my food before my son gets home, and then I have to start my second shift. So and this week I'm so glad like Yechi posted the video this week, because this week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I was extremely busy that when I eventually got up to get lunch, I ended up eating like maybe sandwich and then tea, or I just quickly made a wrap, or like very unintentional eating, yeah. So yeah, another thing that I've noticed, like just within this first few months of the year, is because of how busy it gets, sometimes I don't even have the chance to prep what I want to eat. So what happens is I then order lunch, and then when I order lunch, I usually go for I don't choose the best choices. So I choose things that are fast food, basically, is what I just get, because I want to just eat it while I'm working and not step away and eat it. So yes, I want to be intentional about what I eat for the next 75 days. And what does that mean? How do I plan to achieve that? A few things that I want to do for that is I'm going to meal prepping for 5 days a week, Saturday and Sunday. And then I don't always have issues with what to eat, because we eat as a family in my house on the weekends. But on the weekdays, it's a lot harder for me, since I'm not cooking for someone else. I don't usually think about what I would eat, and I would never want to give my son fast food, yeah, not every time anyway. So I will meal prep for 5 days a week, just to cover up for every single time that I am working. I want to cut out sugar, so I don't want to have juices, juice boxes, lemonade. I want to cut all of that out. So to complement for that, I have decided to make use of my amazing efficient juicer. So I'm gonna be juicing for 5 days a week as well. So I'm not tempted to let me just get some juice because I need some sugar to get some energy. That's just a myth to me, sha. But yeah, so I'm gonna juice. I already started that, so I juiced this morning. I already made it for next week. I also want to be more intentional with taking my green juices. For 2 weeks now, I haven't had any, so yeah, I'm gonna be intentional. So if I'm juicing for my meals, I can as well just make my green juice and have that like first thing in the morning. So yes, I already did that. Another thing that I want to do within the 75 days is I want to cut down on excessive spending. And what I mean by that is I usually tell myself, like, when I've had a busy week, like, I need something, you know, that temporary dopamine, that temporary happiness that comes from like when you purchase things and all, and when things get delivered. So yeah, I don't want that to become a habit. Like, at a point in time, like at a point in my life, it became a habit, and then I intentionally stopped it. So I stopped purchasing things just because, and became more intentional about why I'm actually purchasing something. Like, do I actually need it, and things like that. So now what I want to do is I would not buy anything for myself. And when I say anything, I'm just referring to like clothes, shoes, bags, anything that's not a necessity basically. So I plan not to purchase any of those things for the next 75 days. God help me. For the next 75 days. But to complement for that, I'm also taking an idea from Yichi. So after every 15 days, I'm going to gift myself something. And the plan is not that I'm going to, you know, add to my cart on the 15th day. I will not purchase everything. Absolutely not. I want to be intentional about what I purchase. It doesn't have to be like something big. It can be just something small, but as long as it's something I need or something I absolutely want. I do not plan to get bags, shoes, or clothes during like on those 15 days, except I really don't know what I want to give to myself, but I will have to think about that. So that aside, of course, I'll still purchase things for like my son if needed. Of course, well, if needed. So yeah, so that's the second thing. No excessive spending. So no excessive spending on food, no fast food, no ordering food, and then no excessive spending on myself, like things that I actually do not need. The next thing I want to do is, I have been consistent with the gym. I really don't have a problem or issues being consistent at the gym, but what I want to do now is, it's summer, it's time to head outside. Normally I work out at least 5 days a week, so Mondays to, actually 6 days a week, Mondays to Saturdays. Very few times I miss like one day in the week, very rare. But I realized when winter started, it was a bit harder for me to work out as strength train as much as I used to. So like the amount of weights I lifted reduced. I don't know why. I think it was a mental thing. But now that summer is coming up, yeah, I want to be more intentional. So the plan is I'm gonna lift at least 4 days a week, most likely 5 days a week. So like lift every single day, every single weekday. But I just want to be careful with that, because when you work out, when you lift a lot, you tend to like use up all your energy, and then sometimes you get unnecessarily hungry. So I'm gonna lift at least 4 times a week, and then I'm gonna work out. I'm gonna go on walks on Saturdays and Sundays. Saturdays most likely outdoor walks because it's summer, but Sundays, just because I have to go to church, I'll most likely just use the treadmill. For the days where I'm gonna go on walks, the goal is either 1 hour walk or I get to 10k steps. I'm not going to use kilometers because that puts a lot of pressure on myself. I just want to make sure my body is moving. At this point in time, like before this video, like I don't usually work out on Sundays. It's like my rest day. I do absolutely nothing. So for Sundays, what I actually have planned is 1 hour walk, no incline, no speed, very slow. I don't know how to explain it, but like very slow speed. Yeah, it's a very low intensity workout. That's what I plan to do. I just want to ensure that I'm moving my body. And also because like when I go to church, of course, I would still walk, but I would just want to make sure that I get that 1 hour walk on Sundays to keep my body moving. And then maybe after the 75-day challenge, I can see if it's something that's too strenuous for my body, or if it's something that I want to incorporate going forward. I don't know how that's gonna work, but I do remember like back in Estonia before I got pregnant, I worked out every day. I worked out on Sundays too. Most Sundays I was always like, I worked out on most Sundays, and it wasn't just treadmill, like I lifted weights as well and all. So yes, so that's the third thing that I want to achieve within the 75 days. Also, to complement like my outdoor walks, I got this vest from Amazon. It has this bottle that you can, fill with water, and then, you can, I think it's like a water sack or something like that, and then you can drink it while you're outside, because that's something like, I won't say I struggled with last summer when I was always outside, but I always, when I got dehydrated, I didn't have water anywhere because I didn't want to carry load and all. So yeah, I think this is going to come in very handy. And then for my meal prepping as well, I got this set of glass storage bowls, and that's where I'm going to be putting my food for the week. I wanted a medium size, but I couldn't find one, so I got a large, like a regular, I won't call it a large size, but a regular size. At least it can fit my protein, because turkey, chicken breast, fish, whatever, I don't have to squeeze it into the bowl. So yeah, that's also done. So another thing I want to do during the 75 days is to study every single day. So what do I mean by that? I don't need to study for like an hour, 30 minutes. Even if it's just 20 minutes per day, that's fine. But I want to make sure I do that every day. So when the year started, I talked about like the things on my vision board. I had 2 certifications there, and I want to get the first one before the 3rd quarter of the year runs out. And the reason I want to do that is it takes a lot of time to study for the one I want to take first. And I hope this time is enough, but a lot of things there are already familiar, but of course I have to brush up and make sure I pass. So yes, I want to do that at the end of the 75 days challenge. I want to take the certification, then use the 75 days to actually prepare for the certification. Now that certification is quite expensive for me. So it's good that I'm cutting out unnecessary costs on like ordering food and ordering clothes. So the money that I would have spent on things like that, I'm gonna put it into a jar, not a physical jar, like a bank jar or something. So I'm gonna put it in a jar. I'll call it my would have spent money. So I'm gonna put that in the jar, and hopefully it would have, summed up to the total amount of money I need for this certification. So yes, fingers crossed. So use the 75 days to prepare for the certification exam, and after the 75 days, most likely the first week or the second week, I plan to take the exam. For that, I already purchased materials that I need to prep for the exam. All of these things I'm purchasing before I start my manage my money challenge. Yeah, so that's also there. And I really hope I take the exam. Like, I really hope I pass the exam once, because I really don't want to pay for it a second time. Yeah, by God's grace anyway. So yeah, these are the things that I want to just focus on for these 75 days. There are a lot of things that I want to still fit into my routine or my schedule, but I want to take things one step at a time. I don't want to bombard myself with a lot of things and then I can't actually achieve anything. So that's what I have planned, guys. And the funny thing is, when this vlog is released, I'll most likely have already been halfway through it. I hope. So guys, I haven't completed the challenge yet. Wish me luck in the comment section. I really hope I can come back and just tell you guys that yes, I did it. But yeah, wish me luck, guys. Wish me luck. I'm gonna come back here. I'll give you guys maybe weekly updates or bi-weekly updates. I don't know, but I'll just keep you guys up to date as I, carry out other vlogs and all. So yeah. Thank you guys for stopping by. Thank you for listening to my plan for the next 75 days. Actually, it's not the next 75 days because today is a Friday. So I'm actually starting this challenge on Sunday. Yeah, Sunday is day 1. So yeah, I'm so excited. Anyway, thank you guys for stopping by once more, and see you in the next one. Bye.